This is a certified hood classic.
So I saw this video over on YouTube, and you know I had to check it out, bro. It says he made $1 million shot, and they didn't want to pay him. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? I haven't seen this video. But could you imagine making $1 million shot? Changed your life. It had to be a nearly impossible shot to bet $1 million on it, and then you don't get paid. It's crazy, man. That's what they do in jobs every single day. They try to take your money. They're taking our money. Anyway, hit the like button. Go down below. Subscribe to your boy, man. We getting ready to get started, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to the ODG, man. ODG for life, my boys.
This is Don Calhoun. He's a big Bulls fan, and he's about to do something that will change his entire life.
That's dope. They got Michael in the back. No. Bullshit that he threw. Bullshit that he threw. He threw it just like this, and it went in. Bullshit, boy. Bullshit.
$1 million.
Bullshit.
That young man being hugged has just won $1 million.
Damn, Michael hugs you like that too, bro.
Dollars here at Chicago Stadium.
Don just hit a shot from 80 feet out, a 3/4 court shot. His prize for nailing this absolute bomb, $1 million. He can't believe it.
His life would have been changed forever, bro. They played him out of
Fans
it.
erupt. Don joins the Bulls as they celebrate his victory. Michael Jordan throws his arm around Don and congratulates him.
He's a millionaire.
Good shot, kid. Don had just done the impossible, and with the game ball in one hand, $1 million check in the other, Don Calhoun did it. He was set. Except he
couldn't even believe it. He was just like, what?
wasn't. Due to a technicality in the rules of this contest, the insurance company that was required to make the payoff claimed they simply didn't have to pay the man.
Wow.
Don hit $1 million shot for absolutely nothing.
Wow. Damn. Why did y'all do that? Why did y'all do this little cutout of him, bro? Damn, bro. They said, fuck it, we didn't expect this nigga to make it. Wow, bro.
Today's video is with $1 million on the line. Do you think you could sink a three-pointer?
Hell
Pretty
yes.
Incredible consolation for
Hell no. Matter of fact, hell no.
one simple shot, but no one in their right mind would ever
Ugly
offer such a
ass.
prize for making a single three-pointer.
He gonna
Except
throw
they
it back.
did.
Pause.
Back in the 90s, during NBA All-Star Weekend, the league and a sponsoring company such as Foot Locker, American Express, Sony would host a contest for fans, the NBA's $1 million shot. It was one of the most anticipated side events of the entire weekend, and out of the millions of fans who entered to win a shot,
San
only
Antonio
one would be chosen to take it.
So look, real quick, bro. We already know he made it. We already seen that he made it. We know the insurance company want to be some bullshit. State Farm did us the same way, bro. Not on $1 million shot, but guess what? I'm a slide. Anyways, bro, tell me right now, what would y'all do if y'all made that $1 million shot and they didn't want to pay y'all? Because I act a fucking fool,
Get
bro.
selected, make a three-pointer, win $1 million.
Okay.
An opportunity of a lifetime for 4 lucky contestants that were selected over the 4 years that the NBA hosted the contest.
Okay.
And to aid them in their quest for $1 million shot, each contestant was joined by a former or active NBA player to give them pointers and advice.
Okay.
In 1996, among the 6 million entries, 17-year-old Demetrius Houston was selected to take the $1 million shot.
No, that's a Tupac from Juice, ain't it?
With George Gervin by his side and 17,000 fans looking on, Demetrius lines up his shot. And with $1 million on the line, he clanks it off the backboard. Gervin tells the kid not to worry about it, but I'm sure he did. In 1997, a man named Jim Valente was selected to take the $1 million shot. His host and mentor for the event, NBA legend Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
A man who literally never made a three-pointer in his entire NBA
career.
But Jim was focused. It was his wife's birthday, and what better birthday gift than $1 million check? So
Ooh, that's a lot. That's $1 million worth of pressure on your ass too, bro.
Jim
you don't
steps
make
up
it
to the line. He's ready. The ways in which he'll spend $1 million already racing through his mind.
Okay.
That Corvette I've always wanted. I'd sure look good in a Rolex. We could really use a new deck out back. Maybe
Internet porn. Well, I'm just saying there's a lot of things you could buy.
I'll get a boat.
Or maybe
Bro, that was like the easiest fucking shot to make, bro.
you'll get nothing. After the shot, Craig Sager asked Jim about his experience. $1 million gone. What went wrong, Jim? Give us some insight.
I missed,
How
nigga.
did you feel at the time? What went wrong? I think I just pushed it a little bit right.
I think they just pushed it a little to the right. Oh, boy. You sure did, dude.
In 1998, a contestant named Sol Holkman was selected to take the shot. And for the first time in the contest history, a contestant actually hit the rim. Another year,
God.
another $1 million miss. But of all these $1 million shot of
That is, she was more happy that he missed it. He's like, oh my God, I'm so glad your life didn't change and shit because I was going to take your money.
events, none managed
The
to
fuck?
top the one that started it all in 1995.
Take his money and
The
shit.
contestant that was chosen, 16-year-old Mike Hoban.
No, that's Neo from The Matrix. I know what that nigga
For
is.
weeks leading up to the contest, Mike spent 2 hours a day, every day, shooting three-pointers.
Okay.
Accompanied by all-star Dan Marley, Mike was locked in. Going through the most
Okay.
meticulous shooting routine you'll ever see in your life, Mike prepares his
Okay.
shot by, quote, becoming one with the basket. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled a microscope out and studied the hoop to better his odds. Now he's taking phantom shots. His routine is becoming more unhinged by the second.
I really, you know, with somebody with this dedication, you really want to see them make it, bro. Like, you hate to see somebody lose with this dedication, bro.
But it works for
You
him.
know what I'm saying?
Friends and family look on, watching him live on TV, ready to witness history unfold. Mike is ready. He lines up the shot. He shoots. And misses the rim by 2 feet. An air ball. The poor kid is devastated. Friends and family are stunned. All the while, the commentator of the event doing his best to help, but instead just pours on a slew of more disappointment in the process.
So young Mike Hoban has missed his shot at $1 million. The good news is, though, he doesn't win money, doesn't become a pro, and his college scholarship hopes.
Damn. The good news is his dog died last week. You ain't gonna get no money. Your girlfriend left you and you ain't shit.
Stay
Like,
alive. He'll go back
where's
to
the good
being
news?
a post-up player for his junior varsity team.
After the shot, Sager interviews the kid, where he has the bright idea of just asking for one more shot.
I wasn't really in that zone. I wanted to
I would be like, bro, can I do one more shot for half the money? Like, I would do that.
be in.
Or $10,000.
One more shot. You would like one more shot, wouldn't you? Man, I would love another shot.
Nope.
You'd like one more shot, wouldn't you? Mike never got another shot. 4 contestants, $1 million on the line for
Oh.
1 three-pointer
Oh.
and 0 winners. And looking back on these contests,
Oh, I know when just you could just see it going off. I know, and you just wish you could control it in the air, bro. Y'all need Steph Curry's
it's
hands.
pretty remarkable that no
I
one
need
hit
that
their
nigga
$1 million
hands.
shot.
He
Because
got- he
countless
had
fans
it,
and
though.
contestants have hit much more difficult shots for far less money. We've all seen these contests unfold in person. A fan gets randomly chosen out of the stands to come down and try to hit a half-court shot. The prize money, nowhere near $1 million. Usually the
Okay.
prize is $10,000 or maybe $20,000 or a car. This
Right.
Mavericks fan hit a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and
Okay.
a half-court shot in sequence.
Okay, nigga. Now that's $1 million worthy. That's $1 million worthy. I don't care what none of y'all say. That's $1 million worthy, boy.
Without missing. An anomaly of events in this contest.
Wow.
His reward for the incredible feat, $3,000 worth of gift cards to a local furniture store. But it gets worse. Because at a Mavs game a few years later, this woman was put to the task of sinking a half-court shot. She's rocking the dirt gear, she's feeling good, beautiful form, and drills the shot.
Oh,
Nothing but
shit.
net. What was her prize for pulling this off, you ask?
Subway
A
gift card.
65-inch flat screen TV.
Get the fuck out
Absolutely
of here.
appalling. This guy managed to drill a half-court shot at a Blazers game years ago and won round-trip tickets to anywhere of his choice. A pretty unlikely shot from the guy, but far from impossible.
No, that's Mark Zuckerberg when he was a kid, boy.
What is impossible, however, is the fact that another fan hit the same exact shot 30 seconds later.
Damn,
it's clear
okay.
that some people actually make these shots. So what would happen if someone actually did hit a $1 million shot? What if instead of shelling out some gift cards or a flat screen TV, a team had to actually hand over a 7-figure check to one lucky fan?
Well, they handed over a check all right, but you can't cash that bitch. So I'll tell you that much.
It's April 14th, 1993. The Bulls are facing the Heat in Chicago.
Okay.
The Bulls are on a roll
That's a
coming
crazy
into the matchup
game.
on a 3-game win streak. By halftime, Chicago is up by 14. Jordan is killing the Heat, 22 points in the first half. It's a great time for home fans as usual, but the real spectacle is about to take place. Throughout the 93 season, the Bulls hosted a promotion for their fans. Among the 18,000 fans in attendance for any given home game, one lucky individual would be chosen to shoot a 3/4 court shot to win $1 million. At the time,
I don't know where you found this article from, but all right
and
then.
to this day even, a $1 million cash prize for such an event is unheard of. But the odds of such a shot going in are so astronomically unlikely that the Bulls and the insurance company that would be responsible for paying out the prize.
Now that hockey shit is some incredible shit right there, bro. Now I have more confidence making getting a basketball in the hoop than a hockey puck in a goal, with it being real small, like a real small opening.
Money felt comfortable running the event anyways.
Woo.
Leading up to that Heat matchup, 19 lucky fans had attempted the halftime $1 million shot. Of the 19, 2 hit the backboard, 16 were air balls, and just 1 even hit the rim. An estimate of a fan chosen at random hitting this shot, less than 1%. And
Pretty
so
much.
A member of the Bulls
So that's why they ain't pay that nigga, because they like, bro, I didn't think he was gonna make it, bro. We don't have $1 million to give that man.
organization went into the crowd and selected a 23-year-old local by the name of Don Calhoun. The reason for selecting him?
Because he's black.
His shoes wouldn't scuff up the floor. Hopeful, but understanding the slim odds that he faced, Don walked down to the court and prepared to take his shot. A fun halftime gimmick, something to keep the fans involved. They just slapped $1 million on there to get everyone excited, but no one will ever hit the shot anyways. Chris Hammond, vice president of SCA Promotions, a leader in the promotional contest industry, looks back on the shot saying, "The perfect contest is like the most tempting carnival game. Just feasible enough to make people think they can do it while actually being extremely difficult.
No, for
You
sure.
can have Steph Curry out there and still make money." Well, Mr. Hammond, it's time to pay up.
No facts. Man, that's crazy. Like, imagine that, bro. Imagine that, bro. You got that is almost better than the game-winning shot. In fact, that is better than the game-winning shot, because you didn't even have to fucking work for it. You get what I'm saying? Game-winning shot, you've been playing the game, you've been practicing, you had to get drafted, whatever, bro. Whatever. I'm just talking about like a pro game-winning shot. Like, it's even better than that. This man showed up one day and wore some fucked up shoes and didn't scuff up floors. Then he was actually sent down there to make a shot that he actually fucking made, bro. And, man, how would y'all feel? How would y'all feel? How would you feel, bro?
That young man being hugged has just won $1 million here at Chicago Stadium. And for Don Calhoun of Bloomington, Illinois, a $1 million thrill.
In what is possibly the most inconceivable occurrence to ever happen on an NBA court, Don Calhoun drilled an 80-foot shot.
My man quit his job the next day
for $1 million. The whole place goes
Fuck
nuts.
you,
For a
niggas.
moment, it's like Don is part of this Bulls team and they just won another championship. Even the ref of the game comes over to congratulate him. The man just did the impossible. $1 million. That's more than half the guys on this roster made that year. And
Damn.
with the job complete, Don heads over to snap a photo with the check in one hand and the game ball in the other. He did it. At least that's what he thought. See,
Damn.
these promotions are combed through meticulously by some of the best lawyers money can buy. The rules and restrictions are tight. Break one of them and you can kiss those winnings goodbye. Don Calhoun broke one of the rules. Not intentionally or anything, but among the stipulations of this promotion, one
some
of them
bullshit.
states that the contestant could not have played organized basketball within 5 years of the
Oh my God. All right. Then why did y'all choose him? I'm sure nobody went over that
Contest.
shit.
And just 3 years prior to this contest, Don was a member of the Triton Community Basketball team. The contest people knew this. Don acknowledged this by marking the information on the contest form. But the contest people shrugged it off and gave him the shot anyways.
Oh,
the
no.
insurance people,
So that's
however,
on them.
did not. To them, it was a clear breach of the rules. Don should have never been selected in the first place.
Then that's on them. It has nothing to do with Don. Apparently, he wrote that shit out, and that has nothing to do with him.
And so
bro.
the insurance company of the event disqualified Don out of his shot and out of his $1 million. When news broke that the now local legend would not be receiving his money, fans were livid. As reports on the event grew, fan outrage grew with it. And within a week, the Bulls organization was under so much local pressure that they held a press conference announcing that they actually had a change of heart and they would pay up.
Yeah, because niggas was going to stop showing up. When your fans are pissed, like I get it, local tout, his family. All right, I get his family being upset. That's not enough for them to say, all right, but they would have been like, his black ass was disqualified. Get over it, eat a piece of chicken, shut the fuck up. But guess what? Now that your fans saying something, because they'll stop, they won't go to your games. All right, you can't lose out on millions just because you ain't want to give one up. Come on.
A very strange and inexplicable decision considering their stance just a few days prior. Don's $1 million split into 20 payments over the next 20 years. His first check for $50,000 was sent out that week.
Okay.
Technically, rules were broken, but Don was getting paid, and he had
Technically, the only rules that have been broken is the ones that your employees didn't follow, bruh. They fucked up.
no idea how or why.
That's what's
A
up.
year after his miraculous shot, Don heard that Michael Jordan would be in the area for one of his son's basketball games. A perfect opportunity for Don to get his $1 million game ball signed. So Don pulled up to the game in search of Michael, but with security flocking the NBA star, no fans were getting anywhere near him. But Don wasn't just an ordinary fan.
Right.
He's the guy who hit the $1 million shot. Jordan recognized him in the stands and had security bring him over after the game. And with his ball in hand, hoping to get an
Damn.
autograph, Don approached Michael. But MJ didn't call him over to give him an autograph. Instead, he had to ask Don a question. Did you get your money? A year after the Bulls had their change of heart and decided to pay him his money, Don finally got an answer why. Turns out the insurance company wasn't the one who paid Don. They never intended to. After
Wow.
hearing about what the insurance company was trying to pull, Michael Jordan, along with other players on the Bulls, told ownership they needed to pay up. And so the organization did, out of their own pockets. Legally, the parties involved were within their rights to void the payments altogether, but Michael felt like what they were doing wasn't right. And so he made it right. If it wasn't for Michael approaching ownership and demanding they pay Don his money, he would have never seen a cent of that $1 million. So turns out that even if it was for a brief moment, Don Calhoun was a part of the Bulls.
Wow.
Seeking nothing in return, Michael and the rest of the players looked out for Don. Oh, and that autograph Don wanted, a couple weeks later, he got that too. So what happens if someone actually makes
Wow, bro. You know, that was such a good story, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was crazy. Great writing by my mans, bro. My mans that did this video. Great writing for this story. Great visuals. Shout out to Don. And you know what? Shout out to Jordan, bro. I've always thought Jordan was an asshole. That's just from the little clips and things that I saw of him. I've always thought he was an asshole. But, and maybe he still is. But at the end of the day, that was some dope shit. Shout out to Michael Jordan. Shout out to Don. Shout out to who made this video, man? High Roller, Jimmy High Roller, is that what his name? Okay, either way it goes, shout out to you, bro. That was dope, man. I fuck with that, man. Y'all let me know, bro. What would y'all do, bro? What would y'all do if y'all didn't get paid? Like if they didn't pay y'all, what would y'all do? What would y'all say, bro? Go down in the comments. Let your boy know, man. Let your boy know. What would y'all say, bro?